and begin to realize it. Jehovah is speeding up the time now, opening wide a door of opportunity to those sighing and groaning to receive that vital mark on the forehead for survival. This is not a time for complacency. Neither should we be lulled into a false sense of security, thinking that simply because we may be out of harmony with violent world conditions, Jehovah will preserve us at Armageddon. Just as surely as the unintentional manslayer in ancient Israel had to get into the city of refuge to escape the avenger, so today we must actively avail ourselves of Jehovah's provision for us, exercise faith in the merit of Christ's atoning sacrifice, dedicate our lives to Jehovah, and get baptized. Then we must engage in the work of God's city-like organization in preaching this good news of the kingdom so that others too may be marked on the forehead for survival. Now, what happened to Ben-Haman fleeing for his life to escape the avenger of blood?
Refuge! Refuge!
He killed my brother. He deserves to die.
Hold there! He's within the city now.
Henry!
You can't pursue him in here.
Guard! Let go of me. Let me in.
Gomar, listen. It was an accident. I had no animosity for him.
My brother is dead. You killed him, Ben-Haman.
Peace, my son.
Peace? For a manslayer? Oh, priest, he deserves to die. I am the avenger.
This is a city of refuge, my son. If this man is a willful murderer, then, as you say, he must die.
Ha!
But first he must stand trial. If he is innocent of willful manslaying, then he must be given sanctuary here. You must respect the law of the city of refuge. It is the law of Jehovah. Go now in peace. Ben-Haman, you will be safe here. If you are able to prove your lack of malice, you may remain in the city until the death of the high priest. But if you venture out of the city and are overtaken by the avenger, your blood will be upon your own head.
It is a just and merciful arrangement of Jehovah. And I can thank Jehovah that I was urged not to waste time, but to run for refuge.
Jehovah is a merciful God. But even in his loving kindness, justice must be satisfied. How many are there still, like Douglas Horton, honest, perhaps upright, who are yet hanging on to this world as though it can somehow provide a satisfactory way of life and a measure of security? Not all of them will necessarily have to undergo the traumatic experience he did. Yet before this system ends, many, perhaps thousands more children will be abducted. And again, perhaps thousands of ordinary people may lose their lives through some form of violence or act of terrorism. How many, unlike Horton, will fail to open their eyes to the full significance of these times and, while they may feel a measure of pity and concern for those unfortunates directly affected by the conditions, fail to sigh and groan over the detestable things being done in Christendom and indeed throughout the earth? A great responsibility rests on the entire community of mankind today, because, just as Jehovah expressed it to Ezekiel in Jerusalem of old, their error is very, very great, and the land is filled with bloodshed, and the city is full of crookedness. For they have said, Jehovah has left the land, and Jehovah is not seeing. And as for me also, my eye will not feel sorry, neither shall I show compassion. Their way I shall certainly bring upon their own head. By the time that those agents of Jehovah who are charged with the destruction of false religions strike, How many more who are now hesitating will have found the place of refuge and will be definitely marked on the forehead for survival? Will you be among them? The time is reduced. Do not hesitate. Run.